I want to get out a dream I had on January 3rd. Um, I've had dreams about Russia invading the country, and I know I had David Wilkerson's 1973 vision confirmed to me in a dream. I was always very, like, if someone said they had a dream, I did not really take it seriously or think that happened too much anymore. But when I had the dream about Russia, and then I came across David Wilkerson having the same dream, and then I came across his 1973 vision, and at the end of the dream when I woke up, it was right in my YouTube channel, a girl from Russia who had the same things. I think her channel got deleted, but then I started to look and see how many other people. And when I woke up after a different dream I'll share later, um, the Holy Spirit was still on me and kind of let me know, because I was kind of, I guess, a bit backslidden at that time still, that if I was not like that, I might have heard all the things she heard. It was right after waking up, since I had looked at my phone, it was right there, and it's still, like, the Holy Spirit let me know that. But then I was compiling, as I looked through online, you know, 50, 60 people you can find have all had the same exact dreams, and I was sharing them, and one of them was the USS Abraham Lincoln. I never heard anything from that, but I was sharing it, and there's some other things that I didn't hear about that I was sharing, but the amount of people that had those dreams, I was like, oh, okay, but I didn't like that I was doing that, and I was getting ready to take them down, and I was praying about it, though. It was January 3rd, while, like, I was about to take down the USS Abraham Lincoln, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing by sharing the things other than the specific things I knew about. And that night, this is the dream I had. I was in my living room. In my dream, I didn't know it was a dream. It wasn't like a vision. It was as real as right now. But we were watching football, and Aaron Rodgers scrambled and got taken down into a pile. And then at the bottom of the pile, I could see his hand, like a foot below the wrist, was completely missing. And then more players fell on top of him. And then his body was completely torn in two. And then I saw his torso with his missing arm, and there was no head on it anymore. And then I saw his head lying on the ground. It was very, like, brutal, and he was just kind of helpless and couldn't do anything about it. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know this, but he represented America in the dream. And I had a feeling that there was a lot of arrogance, debauchery, and denial of Christ that was overlooked and kept hidden and pushed down about him. And people were very upset, but they wouldn't look at those things, and they refused to acknowledge them. Then I walked onto our porch, and I looked in the sky. It was, like, really bright, kind of white and gold and red, and all of those colors came together with the clouds and formed together the shape of an angel moving around. And then all the lights, the red, the gold, the white, and the clouds came together. The clouds and all those colors formed into a herd of dinosaurs. And they were, like, detailed down to the last muscle in the eyelid, and the gold and the red formed like the spikes, and the clouds were. It was like more realistic than the best video game or the best movie that we have today. And then they walked across the sky in unison, and this was as if you were to look out your window right now and see, if there's like a beautiful sunset with like red, gold, and it's really bright, and the clouds, and they just come together and form the shape of a dozen dinosaurs, like that look more real, and then than the best like video game technology we have. And then they walked, moving every muscle across the sky, and it was, it was just unfathomable that this was natural, that this could happen on its own, and it was a sign from God showing His control over creation and everything, and that He's the author of it. And I ran to grab my family to show them the signs in the sky, but they were not interested. They didn't even get up out of their chairs. They were in the living room. They didn't even get up to go look. And then my mom finally came to look, but they were less vivid. The colors were gone. It kind of just looked more like a neat sky. And then I was really like trying hard to point it out, and then it became a little more detailed, but not like before. But I was very frustrated and completely amazed that they wouldn't look at the sky and at their lack of their interest in it, because it was just so, because I didn't know it was a dream or a vision. It was like if it was happening right now, and I could not get people to look. And then when I was growing up, I had horrible like social anxiety. I didn't talk. I didn't do anything. I basically didn't even do like high school and like middle school. There were people who knew me back then on our porch, and I was pointing out the signs in the sky to them. And then I woke up, and I was just like, when I have a dream from the Lord, I know, because you have like this terrifying sense of like holiness and His power, and you're just like totally, like I couldn't even concentrate on anything the whole day. And I don't have any, I'm not saying I don't know if that was because I was praying about, well, I don't really want to say anything when I don't have any explanation of it. I have some guesses, but I don't know. So yeah, that was the dream. January 3rd is when I had the dream. Yeah.